You gotta flip things around a little bit.
All right, let's do it, y'all.
All right.
We in the game.
EA Sports.
Ooh.
What she been?
Girlfriend.
Uh-oh.
She was disrespectful.
Sing it on
Yeah,
into the song. Sing it
Prince
on
now.
in.
100% sure.
Yeah, African Prince now.
Yo.
Coming to America Part 3.
Yo,
You sitting in on this one?
Are you sitting in, Corey? Well, come on, baby, hurry up.
1 second, I'm gonna get him set up.
You mess me up.
I used to
No,
call you
it's
Mary
Go
all the
ahead.
time.
Go ahead.
I love
Yeah, so did my mom.
your own flesh
Wait, Mary
and blood.
was-
Yeah, my ex-husband. Asshole. Okay.
And Mary walked me to the grocery store, but I care I wouldn't
I'm
recognize
sorry, I
her.
had a moment. I snapped for a second. Work with me, brother. Come. Okay.
She would be one I just would not recognize.
Indianapolis in the house.
Is it? Who's there?
Anywhere from
Is that
Jersey
mama?
in there?
Indianapolis in the house.
Oh, well, hey, Indy, I don't know who that is, but hey, girls.
Anybody-
I know y'all cold. Put your coats on.
Anybody from Jersey? What's up?
Jersey in the
Yeah, we got
house.
some Jersey
Shout
folks?
out your city. Where y'all listening from? Shout out your city.
Coming in there,
Jersey
Shout
5,
y'all out.
Spam Jersey 9,000 times.
3.
Yo, this your girl Coco Brown with the Coco Brown Show. We are back, little Mary J. Blige, to get us in the mood.
Shout
It's
out
so
to
funny,
African
honey, you know what I'm saying? You know, men out here denying babies. Why is it that a man will make a woman feel bad about one choice she had with a man and having a baby by him, but you need me to accept the 6 kids you had with 5 different women?
Prince. I saw you post about that.
I was so mad,
That
but
was
that's
a
real
good
talk though.
But it's true.
I got to
It's
accept
very,
your
very
6
true.
bastards if you got a problem with mine.
It's very true.
You know, whatever. Okay, so yo, Terry, you said you wanted to mention something.
I want to mention about the Grammys last night. Okay, let's go back to Diana Ross. Diana, fabulous, the boss Ross.
The boss,
Okay.
Ross.
Last night was her 75th birthday, and did she come out in a
Baby.
red dress? And I mean, she worked the crowd. She did. I mean, she was just perfect.
She was
Diana.
the original fan having woman.
Yes.
Beyonce
Yes.
didn't start that with the fan.
No.
Because I don't know if y'all saw that hair moving and blowing. She had a fan.
She
honey.
certainly did.
I'm
She
so
certainly
sorry.
did.
Diana's queen.
And you know, she couldn't leave out until she sang "Reach Out and Touch."
Yes.
Somebody said,
Somebody
she had old school, new school, youth school. She had everybody standing there singing.
Terry feeling it.
Ain't she been? Yes, Terry.
That done touched Terry's spirit,
It
child.
sure did, honey.
And
75
see,
years
Grace
old.
don't even know what the hell we talking about. He looking like, who's Diana Ross? Who? She looked like Taraji before Taraji was born. How about that?
Hey,
That's the
hey,
That's
original
a hell of a
Taraji.
comparison.
That's the first Taraji.
Yes.
If anybody can play
I like that.
Diana Ross, it can be Taraji.
I like that.
She looked like Diana Ross.
I like
She
that.
does.
Real talk, real talk.
But I'm still stuck on what you said, like 75.
She's 75.
Damn, she look
Oh,
good.
honey, I don't know if y'all saw my Instagram,
Damn, she look
but
good.
I met a woman in St. Thomas that was
Yeah, I seen
78,
that.
and that
I
woman
was
made me
68.
look older than her. That woman looked amazing. Not a wrinkle on her face. Her
Yeah, she
face was
looked
as smooth as a baby's ass.
And that's goddamn smoke.
I mean, oh my gosh, she said all it was blue.
Black dog.
Perfect example that it's only halftime, honey, and she is still in the game.
Man, is she? Okay, here we go.
Are we
Yo,
coming to
real
halftime
talk.
already?
Okay, real talk on some real in the game. Yo, we gotta shout out our sponsors tonight, man.
Yes,
Give it up for Shelly Girls Heavenly Green Sweet Teas,
Hey,
honey.
Shelly.
Yes, they're everything. They're black woman owned. They're all natural, organic flavored green teas made with unprocessed raw sugar and agave. You got flavors like strawberry, lemon, blackberry, blueberry, ginger, and mint, which is my favorite. Freshly made daily. It can be shipped anywhere in the U.S. So please go to heavenlysweetgreenteas.com or call 678-369-1540 and order yours today. We're sipping on the blackberry tonight. And how does it taste, Sharon?
Yeah, like, yeah, boy.
Delicious.
And it's amazing with vodka.
Come on in.
It's amazing
Come on
with
in.
vodka. Oh yes, the
Oh, I'm
mint
getting vodka right
tea
after this. Okay,
with
okay.
vodka tastes like a real mojito. Yes. So
Mojito,
shout out to
mojito.
Shelly Girls, Heavenly Sweet Green Teas. Yo, so let's just talk real quick. How y'all feeling about this, protest of Gucci and Prada with their little black faces?
Good, because I damn sure shared a post about it because that was just utter ignorance. That
Yeah.
big lip thing, and then the rest of the body part of the shirt was like all blacked out. I'm like, dude,
I don't understand why white folks are still acting ignorant like you don't know what that
they know what the
symbolizes.
hell
Yeah,
that is.
you know, it's
And
like,
this is
how
what
did
they
that
talking
get
about.
What
passed?
rock have you lived
How
under
did that-
for decades that you don't know
Right,
that black people were called monkeys?
right.
And that blackface is a complete insult to black people. Like, this is bottom line, you need new blood or you need smarter blood.
Right.
Because y'all got some ignorant asses working for y'all,
You do.
but y'all keep getting in hot water, or you just don't give a shit.
And then
Because
come
you
around
know,
with full
unfortunately,
apologies.
Negroes are gonna keep wearing your shit.
And
That's
then-
And paying that hot ass chicken for that shit too.
And you can get your shit smart me. Okay? I mean, real talk.
And then
I would
we
never
look
pay
at
for
the
you to just
apology.
make a joke of my ass. I'm not gonna do that.
Right,
No.
I'm not doing it.
right.
And I mean, like the keychain with the little monkey, you know what I'm saying? And then the turtleneck with Gucci. I'm like, come on, do your research. First of all, how about you get some color in your boardrooms? Because that's probably your damn problem. You got a whiteout, you got a snowstorm in your boardroom, and nobody in there knowing anything about what's ethically and politically correct.
Right,
Okay? I'm all about fashion.
right.
We all are. But at the same token, know the rules, damn it.
Wasn't the Emancipation
Being white and
Proclamation-
ignorant don't get a pass.
Wasn't the Emancipation Proclamation back in like, what, 1865? And right after that, slaves were officially free, supposedly.
Mhm.
Nobody actually passed it on,
Mhm.
beyond Texas.
Mhm.
Everybody still thought slavery was going on, like 1911.
Mhm.
Start seeing all these.
Is this a Black History moment?
I
It
feel
is.
like-
Got
I feel
to
like
be,
it is.
baby.
I feel
I'm like,
like it
where's
is.
this going?
I feel like it
Where's
is
this
because,
going?
no, because right after that, that's when you started seeing all this imagery of our ancestors and everybody in the entertainment. You got the big clown lips and all this darkness going on. Then you got Amos and Andy coming out. You still see every now and again somebody in the
Right, big,
background with
big
the
meat Marcos,
exactly,
stepping fetching.
exactly. Even up to the 90s, they still had some stuff that made us look like
I mean,
we were clowns.
Spike Lee made a movie called Bamboozled
Yeah,
in the early 2000s
Yeah.
that talked about what if you brought back Sambo?
yeah,
What if you brought back Mantan?
right.
And how people, especially our own people, would embrace it and think it's hilarious and support it as derogatory
It
as
is.
it is to our people.
It is.
That just shows you that, yes, a lot of black folks are sheep and we're not woke.
Right.
We're walking around here drinking the Kool-Aid of the masses, not realizing that we're taking ourselves back. You wonder why we're not being treated with the respect that we have earned, because you, like Chris Rock said many years ago, you got black folks and you got niggas, and unfortunately, niggas are the ones with the spotlight.
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry,
Well,
yes.
they definitely
you're
caught
right.
that
What I
shirt
said.
though. They definitely caught that
you're
Gucci
right.
shirt.
You're right,
I mean,
you're
real
right.
talk.
But I feel like we should actually stand against Gucci and Prada because it's happened so many times, yet it's always another, oh, we're sorry, and yada, 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 can we just move on? No, that's not even the case. Hmm?
That's what they did last time they screwed up. When they went and got Dapper Dan and had them start making stuff. So they
Mhm.
pulled us right back in.
Oh.
Okay, see, I didn't know about
So,
that. Okay.
it
Tell us a little
doesn't-
history about Dapper Dan since you from NYC.
Yeah, I would say from you.
C Craze, come on.
I ain't that.
Got him. I just called him the Dapper Dan.
But there might be some listeners out here
I
that
know.
don't know who Dapper Dan is.
Dapper Dan, if you, anybody say paid in full,
Mhm.
from my generation, that we was the generation after that. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? We came after the Alpos and all of that stuff. So
Mhm.
I might be too young to sit here and say like, oh, I went to Dapper Dan, or no, I know of it because I'm from New York.
Mm-hmm.
So, but,
No shit.
You can hear
New
it. New York.
but I think as far as all that goes, anybody seen the price of one of them Gucci sweaters?
Too damn much.
Yeah, like $1,200.
Too
It
damn
wasn't
much.
made for.
It wasn't.
It wasn't made with the intention of.
No. You gotta take that back. It was made for us ignorantly. Because anybody
It
that's willing to
wasn't
spend,
ignorant.
but anybody that's willing to spend that much money and you really can't survive as it is, why are you getting it?
But it wasn't ignorant.
They're ignorantly spending
Who
what
is the
they can't
president of
afford.
the United States right
An
now?
ignorant asshole.
So where's the ignorance of making a sweater when this nigga go on TV every day and say the most ignorant shit?
And they love it and they know that's gonna
Yeah,
build up
so
their
why not build off that? We going into an election year,
Right.
which is always full of controversy. Why not get in and play off that same stereotype and make money? Get a quick bag off it. Because they knew it was gonna be outraged. They knew when they came out with that shit it was gonna spark conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Controversy is controversy. Controversy
Exactly.
There are
sells.
people who believe that controversy and there's no such thing as bad publicity.
That's
Yeah,
right, that's
exactly.
right.
You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
Yes, good
They
and
don't
bad
care.
is marketing.
Yeah, they
Like
don't
that chick
care
that showed up to the
anything.
Grammys yesterday with the Build the Wall dress on.
Yeah.
You know, like, and Make America Great Again. This is a black Afro-Latino that has come out. And I'm like, girlfriend, you just trying to be relevant because ain't nobody buying your music.
Right.
So you gonna sell your soul?
Sell your soul.
You know
To
what I'm
the
saying?
devil.
I'm
And
saying
then
that.
what them black women did that were like, yeah, we voting for Trump. We voting for Trump. The two black women
Oh, yeah.
that even went on like YouTube or something like
you talking about
that.
Cephas and Reese.
And you know what? They was the first two women that they cut their damn food stamps.
Shut up.
Wow.
Just like that fool that went out there.
They was all for Trump, and now they
Right.
food stamps that got cut
Right,
out.
just like that fool that was, she was like Dominican or something like that. She was like, yeah, I vote for Trump. I vote for Trump. Who was the first one that got shipped back to where they were born?
Her ass.
Her dumb ass. Right.
Yo, okay, Lo, so real talk though, I just wanna commend Jay-Z for paying for 21 Savage's defense team.
Oh, yeah.
That just shows you the power of black unity.
Yes.
Like, seriously.
Don't that make you
Where's
scared though
the-
that eventually them people gonna get sick of that man?
Who, Jay-Z?
Every time they try to get one of us, Ho come save us.
He
Try to
do.
get
He
me-
did the same for Meek Mill.
But I think he might be a Teflon Don. I mean, let's think about it. He's probably in the clique. When you make a certain amount of money in this country,
Yeah.
you in the clique. Like, we don't even know half they're black billionaires we don't even know about.
Yeah, there are.
That's right.
There are. There really are.
No, Hov just lets everybody know, but Prince did a gang of stuff for people. A gang of stuff. He kept Lauryn Hill out of foreclosure, paid for her and her kids, and took care of her whole family while she was locked up.
Wow, I didn't know
Do
that.
tell. I'm about to
You know
say,
what I'm
do
saying?
tell, young lady. Do tell.
Real talk. So, I mean, yes, Prince did a lot for people. And it's like, you know, he didn't brag about it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, could they possibly have killed him? Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, and that's
But-
what he was dealing with right before he died. He just took all his music, took it to Ho. He was about to do everything on title.
Oh, wow. Well,
It's
hopefully
almost-
Hov is highly protected by the Illuminati.
Clearly. Clearly.
I
Okay.
need some more tea.
And just on this, I am a strong advocate against bullying. I just can't stand it. I read this article today and it just broke my heart. A young man who was the first firefighter ever in our country, in our world, that had Down syndrome, had to quit because of bullying.
Correct.
People were attacking this young man. He has Down syndrome. They allowed him on the fire department. He passed all the tests and everything. And because of bullying, he had to quit the force. He had to quit the department. And I'm like, what is? I am so convinced that we need to have a day of ass whippings. Because there are people out here that truly need their asses whipped.
Thoroughly.
And I mean, I'm talking about a purge. No guns, no weapons.
Yes.
You can't kill anybody, but we need to beat some people about a few inches from their lives. Because there's some people out here that really need their asses whipped. People have gotten way too confident with their bullshit. Their social media done gave a lot of people balls because they can hide behind
That's right.
the internet.
That's right.
And it needs to be a
Yeah.
day where we can find that person and whoop them people's asses. Because, I mean, that's just crazy.
I got
It's
10
like,
people on my list right now.
bruh, okay?
And I'm
I
not
mean,
joking.
stop this bullying and then grown people, adults.
Right.
What is wrong with you?
Right.
How you bullying you an adult? If you don't go somewhere and drink some Windex and take a nap, kill yourself and make the world a better place.
Well,
Okay?
yeah.
Just
If you
irks
can.
me to my
It's like
spirit. You know what? Well, let me know how it tastes. Yeah?
I'm
Okay.
not, I'm not
so-
doing it. I'm just.
You know what? Yo, when we get back, man, we've got three actually incredible guests. We have the founders
Yes.
of the Atlanta Pitch Summit. It's pilot season actors,
In the building.
CT on what's going on,
Yes.
and my boy, comedian and teacher, Big Kitty, y'all. We be right back. To Coco Brown.
Don't you change that dial.
Go.
Okay, so we can let them in.
No, there we go.
We're gonna do this.
So I will,
You know, we go to the end here.
I can, yeah, we go to the
I'm
end
over
and
here.
bring them over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you could share a mic with somebody, maybe you could
No,
share
we have a mic right here.
We got 3 people coming in.
Okay. I can sit back in the booth.
We got 2. If y'all stay here, we got 2 seats. We need 1.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the booth. I don't need to be on this set. Or you want me on set? We need to make room.
I don't mind going,
Yeah.
I go to use that.
You sure?
Curtis Miles said, all entertainment is in Illuminati, and someone came to me and said, do you want to join the Illuminati? Okay. Hey,
I ain't
James
killed
Worthy.
nobody.
So we
You know.
read 1, 2, 3, and then there's 2.
Okay.
So just go with, well, Terry, you say where you are. And, 'cause I don't wanna split them up.
No.
I don't wanna split.
Oh, okay.
I don't wanna split
You want
up
the
Atlanta
comedian
Pitch
over here
Summit.
too?
Do you want all of
The
them on
pitch
the same
summit
side?
That would be awesome.
You want all 3? So,
Here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, 2 here, and then I'm gonna bring the guests to sit on there.
over here. What?
Why you look at it like that? He was like, really? That's what it is.
What is that, baby? You say anything. You're looking like Philip Michael Thomas.
Goddamn.
Whoa.
Bruce Leroy.
This your
Who
first
told-
right here,
what
too,
bitch
right?
showed you that line?
That's my first.
What bitch done gassed you up?
Don't know.
Huh?
Don't know.
Hey,
Oh,
Terry,
no.
can you give me a phone? My
Oh,
phone's
I don't
on the
know
floor right
shit.
there. You see him?
He said, I don't know.
You know what? You look like damn.
Yeah, there's another one
You
down
always
there.
take some chick to gas some dude
Yep.
set up on some bullshit. Okay, bring everybody
You look
in.
like what's his name?
Like
Chance
there.
Chance
I hope
the
you
Rapper.
enjoyed the Grammys, King
You
James
know who Chance the
Worthy.
Rapper is? That's who you look like. That's
Chance
exactly
the
what
Rapper.
Chance the Rapper. You look like Chance the Rapper. Something like a killer. Except that.
See, Grace, you got a hickey.
When?
Look
Why
at that.
you want to
You got a hickey.
You gonna be hitching a ride with Coco home.
Okay.
You can ride with us, girl. We going to IHOP.
Wait
Hey, how are you?
a minute. Y'all are good? Where y'all sitting? Y'all are good where y'all sitting? Okay, as long as y'all good where y'all sitting. Okay. Get y'all heated up. Now, Serena, because you just sent me that, but you didn't have to talk about who the hell you are, okay? And please don't get on my mic and say dead air and have dead air, because I will call you out.
You have some instructions in a moment?
That's because you did not send me a bio that I could have read for you.
Because I'm Coco, I gotta give you
It just don't sound like bricks and
Yeah.
air
from
glue
Kale
and iron.
Kitchen. You know they own a restaurant.
And damn.
Is this your water?
Yes,
And damn.
Kale.
Oh, it's alkaline too, won't it do it?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I love it.
What restaurant?
Kale's Kitchen on Forsyth, and also on the kitchen in the blueprint.
Oh, good. We got some places to go eat, try 'em.
Yes, child.
Where we eating at?
Okay, Kale's water.
Yes.
Where we eating at? I heard somebody.
Well, we're gonna put you in on the memo.
Yes. Yes, Kale's high alkaline water, yes. Call me tomorrow, Jane. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, okay, I've tried Boss Water, but they're here right now, so I need to try that water. Okay, calm your ass down. Can you?
So for y'all three over here, just a couple signals. If y'all see me go like this, it just means I need you to come closer
You
to
sure?
the microphone for me. I
And when we
get,
talking, you gotta look at the camera.
Yeah.
yeah, the camera's gonna be back here. So at times when you might see me try to get your attention, or Coco might point that way just so you can look that way right there. You'll have your headphones on when we come on air.
Yeah.
I give
I
my
need to
host
try it.
hand number signals, like 3, 2, 1. That's just giving them how many minutes until we actually go to commercial break. So if you're speaking, you just continue flowing. I don't want you to stop and look to check to see the time. You
That's my
continue
job.
going. And then when we actually start to go to commercial break, you'll start hearing some music slightly come up on your ears. Again, if you're speaking, just continue flowing. The host knows when to jump in to break that into commercial break. Don't take your headphones off until you see me give you a thumbs up. Enjoy yourself, have fun, make a party up in here. You'll see yourself
And
up
would
here.
you guys like
It's
to
about a
stay to
20
the end of
seconds
the show
delay
and
right
talk
here.
about other things, or do y'all wanna be excused during the break?
If I could be excused.
Some people got jobs.
Keep all hands inside the seats. Don't play with your
It's
seatbelts.
My job is overnight.
I'll be excused if you take this one to the house with you, because I'm about to go to sleep.
Nah.
I didn't know you was coming.
I told you I don't
You
like
on
this.
them pop-up bras, ain't you?
I
Just, like, I'll let you know and just pop up.
I guess that would be me.
Terry ride home with us. Basically, she said Terry ride home with us.
Oh, that's funny.
Terry, you got put out there, always drive your
You got the stuff at the car. You got the stuff
know.
at
Get
the
all your stuff out the car.
I'm about to go this.
You stupid.
Alright,
Dude, Curtis, damn. I was gonna let you stay, but you just got your ass blocked, baby.
Because she just asked me to see what was going on.
Damn, dude.
I'm ready when you're ready.
Curtis just got himself blocked.
Somebody acting stupid. You don't even let me reply to him. I don't even get the chance to get
Wait, what I miss?
a big
I'm right
guy.
next to her.
He just got himself blocked. He tried to say something slick
Mm-hmm.
when I made that comment, and I said, oh, dude, bye-bye. With his ugly ass.
You ready?
Looking like a damn gorilla one time.
They making fun of him on the news.
Hey.
Oh, you gotta stand right there. I was about to ask if you needed to stand.
Can you see the,
I
Coco,
know, I
can
was
you
trying
see
to
the
decide,
caller
was I
number?
doing Facebook or?
When we go to recording, you gotta take alcohol
Coco,
out.
can you see the caller number? It's kind of.
Turn this on, see, baby? Okay.
Everybody on Facebook must be asleep. Y'all sleep?
I know, so that's a little dog.
Hey, make sure, I'm about to say, make sure you're doing this public, cause I just realized mine was only me.
Really?
Make sure
Rita, what's your last
make sure
name?
your
How you
settings-
do that?
Make sure your settings is for you.
Like the
For
department
Sam?
store,
I just
Home
seen that
Depot?
mine was only me, and I was like, hold up.
low, L-O-W-E.
Am I
I had your bio, I noticed. I ain't gonna let you get this
Just
down.
think high and low.
For someone who's all about preparation,
I ain't, but
you
see,
can come
I'm
in here and just put me in a position.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
I
looking
threatened me as
Did you went to
solitary.
Facebook Live?
So I
Yeah.
That's some
Yeah,
light
make
skin
sure
shit.
your settings are
We had to double team.
What's up, y'all?
Huh?
It's your girl Coco
Yeah,
Brown.
that's what I'm saying. Your settings on
Oh,
Facebook.
thank
Are we
you.
getting back? What we
Thanks,
doing?
Neil. Yeah, my girlfriend said.
Uh-huh.
Alright, let's do it. Yeah, we
Okay.
I changed that song. What's going on? Alright.
Yes.
Can you scoot over just a little bit more?
Uh-huh.
That's good right there. There, crank it up for it. Coming in. There, 5,
Alright.
4,
Okay. What's up, y'all? It's your girl Coco Brown. We back with the Coco Brown Show. I'm so excited about my special guest tonight. And make sure you guys call in. If you're listening right now and you want to call in, ask us a question, ask my guest a question, or just make a comment that won't get you blocked off my IG Live. Because I will block them up, okay? Honey, I block quick. I'm like Bruce Lee with the block, okay? But make sure y'all call in 770-703-5494. That's 770-703-5494. Yo, I'm so excited that these people are here. It's like, first of all, one is family and one is becoming family. And it's just wonderful. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So but first I have to introduce two of the incredible pioneers, founders, leaders of the Atlanta Pitch Summit. If you don't know what I'm talking about, we're talking about where everyone has a shot to pitch their ideas for TV shows, web series, mini-series, movies of the week, feature films, short films, sitcoms, one-hour dramas, to actual Hollywood execs. You skip over so many levels and so many channels and get to the actual person in charge. And these women have created it. I did it this year for the first time myself, actually in 2018. It was amazing. I made great connections. I've got a movie in pre-production right now. And I'm so excited. Yeah, okay. You're always trying to get in some damn way. Ain't you happy being an extra? Look.
Oh, she tried it. Oh.
Yo, y'all, put your hands together for Ty Johnston and Serena Lowe from the Atlanta Pitch Summit. Yes. And here to my left, this is family. We go back like car seats. We've been telling jokes together since we had baby teeth.
All right.
You know him from Comic View. You know him from Def Jam. This brother is a legend in the game. Y'all give it up for my boy, Big Kitty. Yo,
And those baby teeth actually belong to somebody else's babies. And it's them on our teeth.
I hear you, baby. I hear you. Oh my God, I haven't seen you in so long,
It's been a
dog.
while.
It's been a minute.
And now you got a movie in pre-production, and I'm looking at the photos here on the banner. You ain't look like that when I saw you look like that. We might have been more closer than we is. Now you my sister, but and I caught you in the bustier. We'd at the very least been kissing cousins.
Oh God, what a difference a tummy tea can do. Yes.
How you know I've been doing the tummy tea?
Because I've been doing it. You think it's that ain't
I
Photoshop. That's
thought
real
you were
talk.
talking about me.
But you look good though. You look
Thank you,
good.
baby.
But think about it, we've come a long way. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
we was going out for Precious 1 and 2 back in the day.
Yes,
And
we
look
are.
at us now,
We're trying to
honey.
live now.
Look here, bro. Okay.
Live.
Take
I've
care of
seen too many
ourselves.
of the greats go too soon.
Right.
I don't
Okay, rest in peace. It's too many to name right now, but rest in paradise. Our comedy comrades gone too soon. So and then of course we got Ty Johnston, Serena Lowe, Atlanta Pitch Summit. It's pilot season. There are people out here trying to be in front of the camera. You guys work behind the camera. You are the ones who are making sure that our stories are told, that people are hearing authentic stories about our people, and even all people. But I saw so many incredibly creative, beautiful black faces at the Atlanta Pitch Summit. Please introduce yourselves and tell my listeners, what exactly is it that Atlanta Pitch Summit does?
Yeah, no problem. Well, firstly, I gotta say kudos to you because you came to the Atlanta Pitch Summit and you just tore it down.
Yes,
you
you
did.
did.
Yes, brand ambassador, and not only that, I mean, she brought the game, she brought the content, and
Thank
you
you.
actually got a project in development. I mean, how
Yeah.
cool is that?
It's cool, and it's funny because it's gonna shoot probably in South Africa.
Woo!
So I'm really excited because I'm gonna go to the motherland,
Yes.
You gonna get married over there.
Hey!
Well, I've seen you do your comedies, and I want you to be my wife. You make me laugh so much, Coca Brown. I marry you right now.
But why am I looking at him and he's giving me Forrest Whitaker right now? Idi Amin, last king of Scotland right
People
now.
always say that, and they
You look like Forrest Whitaker without the dead eye.
But they be telling me capitalize on it. I'm like, I don't even want to believe it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like folks looking for Whitaker like, ooh, girl. I'm like, ooh, I can't wait to get him some.
You never know.
Never
You
know.
never know.
Well, that's the Forrest Whitaker with the money now. When he first came out, he was just, I don't know about him, girl.
Well, he and his wife are getting a divorce now, so.
And you can pretend to
Nice
be him.
execution and left Forrest.
That's a good thing.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? I'll give Forrest a shot. Gosh, he got that affix, girl. He says, "How you want a meal
If
now?"
I could pass for
He's not-
Forrest at the bank, I'm cool.
Hey, glory to God for that.
I just want to make a withdrawal. That's all.
Well, we
Cash
did.
withdrawal, bro.
Proper
Yes,
investment, proper
yes.
investment.
So tell me, Ty, what is it that if someone's listening right now and they've got an idea for like a movie or sitcom, whatever, how would they approach coming to the Atlanta Pitch Summit? Like, what is the things you feel the industry is looking for right
Take
You
no
know,
sugar.
yeah, hey, listen,
Take
the
notes.
industry is looking for the person, the content, the people, the creative people that have not, have a chance to tell their story. Because there's so many stories that are still like under wraps. There's so many stories that have not yet been discovered because people are just now really starting to talk. People are really just starting to believe in themselves.
now?
So for a long time, it wasn't only just Hollywood, but, we were just seeing stories that were just like, kind of fictional and,
It was their interpretation of us.
Yes, it was their interpretation was very good. So now, the voices are being heard. And so that's what now is being developed from script to screen. For us, if you want to say more, our people. But, we at the Atlanta Pitch Summit, we try to make sure that those, those people that have never had a chance to be heard before, they have access this
Right,
time, and
right.
they're able to be heard. So say for you, for instance, you came out, you're in a room full of people, and
Execs
oh yeah,
from major
Let's say
studios.
Major.
and networks. Let's just put it out there. Trust me.
Harpo Films.
Right.
Lifetime
NBC.
Films, NBC, BET Her.
Right, you pitching the real networks. You're not
Real
pitching,
networks.
that, network, we do films and they got like 5 followers. You pitching to real networks that actually have their name on doors in the building.
Yes.
Okay? Like real
Yes,
talk.
Ben Affleck's company was there.
Yes.
Issa Rae's company was there. So yes, you have an opportunity to pitch to a company that can actually get your show or your idea greenlit right
or
there on
picked
the
up
time.
and pushed into the next production
Absolutely.
phase. Because, there's a lot of times that you're coming, with a story that's already half baked. And you still need some of those creative factors, or you might have already shot a trailer for it, or you might have a script or a treatment, but you need talent, or
Right.
you need somebody to be attached, maybe a director, or you might even be
A
pulling something.
showrunner.
Yeah, a showrunner. You might be pulling out a project from the archive. There's a lot of people who are writers, but they're kind of like closet writers.
Mhm.
Right.
I'm
Right.
like, I don't know if it's really okay. listen, I had this idea a long time ago. Well, why not still bring it to fruition?
Exactly, they keep revamping the same stories over and over again.
All the time.
I mean, let's keep it real. Girl
Right.
meets
Right.
boy, boy
Right.
meets girl, girl falls in love, boy
Yeah.
doesn't,
Yeah.
girl leaves, boy falls in love later. You know, I mean, it's like a revamp. Like, what inspired you to create the Atlanta Pitch Summit? Because when I first heard about it, I said, oh my God, like, if they had something like this in LA, it'd be millions of people.
Oh my God, yes.
Oh.
Like, you know, in Atlanta, there's creative souls everywhere here, but, you know, what inspired you to create this?
Well, you know, I was going out to LA really hard from Atlanta, and so I was going back and forth, and I was pitching projects for executives, you know, that are, you know, top executives, middle executives, and whatever you want to call it. And so I was really doing it on behalf of them because they didn't have time. So I was kind of like that pitch person. And then I started getting a lot of the persons that were just amongst us, you know, our peers. And hey, I got this big project. So I was steady running back and forth from Atlanta to LA. And I'm starting to feel wore out, you know. And I was like, we really need this in LA because I was going to LA actually listening to pitches just like the Atlanta Pitch Summit. And I was also pitching projects. So I was in a room with like maybe 1,200 execs. So LA has been doing.
Pitching to that many execs at the same time?
Oh, no. Actually, I was one of the.
Oh,
one of the executives.
Oh, excuse me, you was on the other side of the table.
Yes.
Okay. I stand corrected. Let me sit my humble ass down.
I knew she was gonna
read this
get
bio. Let me
bougie
read.
at some
Let me read this bio.
point.
Her actions
She
is way
gave
too
me
smooth not
inflection
to.
of alkaline water and all that. I knew at some point
Shout out her alkaline water
she
lady.
was gonna start name dropping and flipping her hair. I knew it was coming.
I'm
Yeah,
curious.
but you know, I've been on both sides of the table, and so I know what it's like, and I'm still there because you know I really truly believe in the indie market, and there's a really strong presence for us right now, and so you know we have to continue.
And there's a
to build.
resurgence for color on screen right here.
Oh yeah,
You know.
definitely. So you know that's where a lot of the inspiration came from. So you know in 2011 I said, you know what, I'm doing this. I'm gonna make sure that it's gonna be done here in Atlanta. It's gonna be done right. And
Thank you.
Yeah, sure, no problem. And you're welcome. And I know Serena just came out as a blessing. You know, she came in. As
Yeah, how did you get involved, Serena? How did you get
Serena
involved?
just came in and just swooped it. You know?
It's a crazy story, but I was going to LA to pitch. I'm a writer.
Okay.
By nature, that's my passion. So I was going to LA to pitch, and Ty was starting the Pitch Summit, and someone from the Black Women's Film Network was talking to Ty, and I said, I really need some help with this. They said, well, I know someone who goes to LA and does some things, and she said, oh, send them to me, and we just hit it off.
Right.
And she said, I need you to help me do yada yada, and that was just the organizing of it all.
Got it.
And since I am someone who cannot function in this organization, I have to have everything in a row and everything pulled together. Ty gave me that space to do that. And 2011 we started, 2012, 2013, 2014, I think went on hiatus around 2014. Ty made some movies, had some babies. She looks great, like this lady has 4 children. She looks
Got
great.
married.
Got married, all of that.
She had a surrogate. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
I had one, and he's 6, and I'm still hollering anyway.
try to make sure you don't rob a bank with Serena, cause she just throw all your little bills. So how y'all doing? And we got the pitch summit. She got 4 kids, child, and they.
Come on in, come on
No, what I want everybody to know is she's just amazing.
Yeah.
And doing all of that, she decided this year, okay, let's bring the summit back. And you know, you were there, and this lady came into the room, stole the show,
Oh.
came into, and I know she's being modest. I think there were like 4 people who really wanted your ideas.
Yeah.
And I think since the summit, we've had about 5 or 6 of the execs to say, we found some really good stuff.
Good.
And we're really pursuing that. And so what we want the people of Atlanta to know is there's talent in Atlanta.
Absolutely.
You know, we say ATL Wood, it's not just people coming here from other places to make movies.
Right.
They can find talent here in Atlanta.
Yeah, take that stigma away, because I realized that when I moved here. they were like, "Are you an Atlanta actress or an LA actress?" I said, "I'm an actress."
Right.
What does my location have to do with anything?
Right.
It's
You know what I'm
something-
saying?
You know, one other thing too, you all gave a workshop the day before the pitching starts so that people can really see
And learn how
and
to
get the
pitch.
tips on how to pitch. And that was very rewarding for many who had
Because they don't
never
tell you the
ever
secret.
pitched before.
I appreciate that because you know it took me meeting people, finding about books nobody talks about, and talking to people that have gone on to do great things, produce, direct, whatever, to get the information. People guard the information so
Right.
much, and you guys put it out there.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
told so many of those people, you don't understand how priceless this is right here, because it takes you damn near to do some strange things to get this kind of information in
Yes,
Hollywood, and they're giving it to you. Yo, we're gonna take a break. When we come back, I had a lot of people ask me this when I was pitching, I was promoting the Atlanta Pitch Summit. How do you protect your content going into a room full of execs? How do you make sure your content comes with you if you're not
That is a
interested?
good question.
Okay, so we'll be right back, y'all. The Coco Brown Show, back with my girl Ty Johnson, Serena Lowe, and Big Kitty in the house.
I'm just taking notes.
That was
Yeah, 'cause y'all, yeah.
That was good.
I may need y'all to come back.
Yeah.
Do a whole
because-
2 hours, because it's pilot season right now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
And so everybody who is either trying to sell their shows to networks.
We'll do like a tip training.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's good.
Yes,
That's
yes.
I can high five, but don't leave me hanging, girl.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yo,
That's
training
good.
back
They
there.
need to know that. That's excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And see, and another thing
Okay.
is, like, say for instance, it's pilot season,
Mhm.
but, you know, all year round, people are steady
All
producing
day.
and collecting
Yeah,
content. Now,
yes.
this is more of the pilot season that's driven for like Hollywood. This
Okay.
is when they actually collect their content because there's so many seasons that they have to fulfill. Because,
Yeah.
you know, there's a lot of other layers to it. It's advertising, it's a whole bunch of
Yeah.
other stuff that we don't see.
Mhm.
So, but for us, if we're producers and we're content developers, we create all year round.
Yeah.
Like I have literally sold in December, and it was Christmas.
Right.
You understand what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
And those things can actually happen. So, you know, people just really need to know what those tips are.
Need a tip drip.
Yeah.
Hey.
And what was I gonna say? My brain just farted. I was, as you were talking, I said, okay, it's just the business will look different. People are always asking me to teach or, share the knowledge.
Right.
And of course, the marketing person in me is like, don't do it for free.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, I need to figure out a way what would be so awesome for people to be able to pay like maybe $25 and they get to log on to a site and have execs or people in the industry, whether it be the actors, the producers, the directors, the Atlanta Pitch Summit, just all of that, giving the knowledge that it takes years to get and sometimes something very strange to do to get it. Because they act like, the information is in Fort Knox and Hollywood.
No, it's
Right.
not. And actually, you know what's so funny is that we've already started the development for MasterPitchSeries.com. Okay, and so what that is people will be able to pay, they'll be able to get the executive training, professional training that they need, no matter where they are in the world. They can log onto it, and whether they're really pitching at the summit or not.
Right.
They might just be trying to get some things together for a nice portfolio. You just don't know what their purpose really is.
Right.
But at least it will provide them with the information.
Right, and that's really what a lot of people have. Like, people always asking me, I've taught classes, I've done one-on-one coaching.
Yeah.
And a lot of times they're so blown that I've given them so much information. I tell them, what is, Oscar winner's Bible? I'm like, there's this book and that book and this method and that method. I mean, and it's like, they're like, oh my God, like people act like they're so, like even comedians, when I share stuff with them, they're like, how many comics and vets I've asked this question to, and they just brush me off and say, you'll learn.
People aren't really for
Pay your
people.
dues, yeah.
People aren't really for
Shit, don't be
people
horrible.
like.
Don't get me wrong, if you have the power to take my spot, it wasn't my spot.
Thank you.
Right.
And my thing is this, in my mind, I'm still trying to make it too.
Yeah.
I don't know where my career is going right now. I don't know if I'm gonna end up in front of the camera or behind the camera. I'm really going with the flow. But what I'm doing is I am using my creative juices right now are just wherever I want it to go. In the meantime, I slang these jokes and pay my
That's
bills.
right.
Right.
You know, so I don't know where I'm gonna land,
Right.
but I don't mind giving the information because I ain't got no spot right now.
Right.
I'm kind of enjoying
Already?
being in the crowd.
Yeah.
You know?
Come on in the crowd.
You angry?
All right. I'm gonna get you later, okay? But I love what you're doing.
He had a comment.
Oh, yeah, that is,
Thank you.
He had a comment he was gonna say.
You got what?
He has a question he wants to ask.
Oh, yeah, okay. So I'm gonna
All
come
right,
in
let's do it, y'all.
and then we'll have them answer that question I asked.
All right, baby Forrest, let's get it.
You said what?
I said, all right, baby Forrest.
What, the Jordan
Y'all
Claws?
don't
We got a little hot.
Oh, it's okay.
I was young when I asked.
Everybody got Ricky Smiley story.
Since you hold it,
Everybody
I
got
don't want to turn the mic off, and then you can hear
I think I was like
So
18,
just,
19, and I was asking him some stuff.
Who got money that's Ron? That's Ron.
If that's Rob, we ain't got a room for him today.
Five-Star Radio, this is Will.
Hello?
Hello, you had a comment for the show?
Yeah, I just want to say hello.
Okay, all right, can I get your name?
Ashley.
Okay, I'm gonna put you on hold. The next voice you hear will be the host, okay?
Hey, thank you.
Thank you. You ready to speak your way to play?
I've been running my mouth, but I ain't plugged the number till just now.
Okay.
All right, let's do it, y'all. Coming in at
All right.
5, 4, 3.
Hey y'all, it's Coco Brown. We're back with the Coco Brown Show, man. Talking to Ty Johnston, Serena Lowe, and my boy Big Kenny. We're talking about the Atlanta Pitch Summit right now. And Big Kenny, you said you had a question for the ladies.
It's actually a two-part question. You mentioned earlier that some of our stories aren't being told because of our reluctance or our conservative nature in trying to get those stories out. Is there any advice that you would give for a perfect calibration? Because sometimes we go a little too over the top in trying to tell our stories. People often talk about stories being believable. What would you tell someone who's a writer about a story that is unique enough that it's brand new but not foreign, and something that we can digest and take on our own? And the other question was, is there any genre that's underserved? Do they need more scary movies? Do they need more action movies?
Okay, I like both of those questions. So, yeah,
Good job. I'm practicing. It's been all day working on them.
Okay.
No, I see you got it. I was like, wait.
So, for question number 1, what was that question again?
Uh,
No,
That was a long one.
I don't know. No, but, seriously, what was that question once more?
Give her the cliff notes.
Give it a short
when we're telling our
Oh,
story,
telling a story,
do
okay.
we ever go too far? in
Yes,
trying to tell a story?
well, and you say we, okay, so you must be talking about us. Like,
Us, us.
Okay. Sometimes we tell the same story, okay? So a lot of times we're looking at what has already been produced and aired or premiered and recorded, and we want to kind of duplicate that. So we just got finished talking about duplication. But what about the stories that yet, you still really haven't tapped into it? I personally, I don't know what those are because everybody has, a story. But, you don't always have to go with the market. Okay, so normally, we've seen a lot of the, we want to say the, high school basketball coach type stories.
White coach
Lean on-
saved the day.
Yeah, lean on me type,
Black
we
person
have,
moving back.
those Coach Carter, some of those, and
I want to
it's,
say the boy in the hood.
yeah, and we see a lot of that, we see Paid in Full and those type of things, but what about maybe what happens, geriatric life, or, my girl.
Yeah, we need another cocoon.
Another cocoon, or, so there.
You do, from a black point of
What'd
view.
you say?
That would be.
Oh, yeah, from
a
I can see
black
Jordan Peele doing
POV.
that one.
Yes.
Right.
Because it's us making these stories,
Yeah.
okay,
Yes.
and it's us producing them. It's really
Right.
our money now, okay,
Mhm.
because
It's not watered down.
there's no Hollywood studio money really anymore. Nobody's really giving out any funding to create the story, so why not tell the story that really needs to heal someone?
Exactly.
And really touch someone.
So you're saying, so what are the hot ones that they're looking for now? Like Kenny was saying, what are the ones that are underserved that they're really looking for right now?
The genre that always keeps it going is like rom-com.
That's romantic comedy for people that don't know.
Romantic comedy, horror, you catch a horror every now and then, but horrors have become so over and beyond that sometimes they're not as believable.
Right.
Like you had your Blair Witch and they did it, and then you won't have another one until maybe another 5 or 6 years after that. What I've always been fond of those stories that do really well, which are the one location type stories. Have you guys ever seen any of those? There was
Martin Lawrence and Bobby Brown.
You talking about Thin Line Between
Yes,
Love and Hate?
yes.
That was multiple locations.
that was multiple.
No,
But if you
but the
think of
one that they
Friday-
remade, the one, the funeral one that they remade, that was all at the house.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Right.
Death at the Funeral that they
Okay.
remade,
But
that
if
was
you-
all
also, if
in
you
the
think of
house.
Friday was.
All in front of the house.
Yeah.
Oh, like that. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I was
you
surprised.
can become very creative like that. So Friday, everything was at the house, it was in the neighborhood, you never left.
Right.
So you realize that budgets were low,
Yeah.
right?
Hello.
Yeah, budgets were low, but look at some of the key people that were in there. You
I'm
have-
known for taking a budget film and making it blow up.
Wait, Bird Box.
What did you say?
I'm the person that I'd rather make a movie for 100,000, 150,000, $250,000.
But you can do it.
And then boom, it makes 15 million.
Right, and you can still do it, and people are still doing it today.
The
They
people are
are.
hungry for
Yeah.
something else.
And it's
something
it's
different.
what it is. It's all about the techniques that you're using. It's the
Right.
techniques within the writing. So your second part to that question is, or maybe that was the first part. A writer, what is it that you need? You need to make sure that you have, your script in screenplay form,
Final draft.
format. Well, even final draft, and even beyond that, like you'll have a certain amount of acts in a television show. So there's a lot of different characteristics and layers when you're
Right.
writing within a script as far as a screenplay.
Right.
So there's a lot of ways that you can get past that and move forward.
Yeah.
If you're just a solo writer, it's best for you to give your script to a professional and have
Got
it
it.
over
Right.
there.
Yeah.
Don't give
Yeah.
it to your friend around the corner because they don't know what they're looking for.
Exactly. They don't know how to write. They don't wrote you a script that,
And what we found when we did the Pitch Summit is that we had so many people to come, like we had to cut off
Right.
registration because we tend to register.
And I'm sure
late.
you had all levels. We had all levels.
We had all levels.
We're gonna come back to that. We have a caller we need to get to. Let's see what the caller is. Hey caller, it's the Coca Brown Show. How are you?
Call you live.
Hello?
Hi, who's this?
Hello, this is Ashley, Mrs. Smith. How are you?
Hi, how are you, Ashley?
Hi, I just want to say you guys show is fabulous, and it's not just because my handsome husband is sitting next to you.
Nobody has that look on his face. You gon' get some. You gon' get some.
And the song you gonna get is roasted. No, your wife did just call in and plug your handsomeness.
I got a lot of people coming in, and I love your show, and I watch every week when he's gone.
Thank you, baby. And thank you for sharing your husband with us every Monday for a couple hours.
Yes.
But you can take some time. Choose me every Monday. Thank you.
Oh, God. Okay. Sound like somebody got a good life insurance policy.
Goodbye, y'all. Y'all doing great.
Bye, Ashley. Thank you for calling us, sister.
Elite.
Oh, my God. Look at him
I'm
blushing.
in here looking like an
Blushing.
R&B thug.
He's blushing. He dark skinned and blushing.
She heard
It's like a
when he
moment
mentioned
color.
Valentine's, that's why she called him.
He's getting high.
Oh, my God.
Like we in church, let's stand.
Just wait
He
till,
about to
just wait till
get
third
some.
lunch.
Do the
We
get
gonna
some
roast
dance.
you.
He about to get some. He about to get some.
There's a funny story behind that, but I ain't gonna take the show now.
Okay, tell us next week.
I'm just appreciative of your support.
Oh. Black men do appreciate their black women. They're just far and few between.
Yeah.
Okay, go back to the Atlanta Pitch Summit.
Hey, Ty, I have another question.
I want her to answer this
Okay.
question that I got asked so much real quick about how do you protect your content? Because a lot of people that were hitting me up when I was the ambassador, they were like, well, girl, how do I protect my content? If I come in there and pitch, what's going to stop them from stealing my stuff?
Okay, let me tell you what, right? It's not yours until you put it down on paper and you get it copywritten, first of all. So whatever you got in your head, that's it. It's just in your head, and everybody else has the same idea in your head. So what's really funny is when you run across people say, hey, I was gonna do that. Right, you was gonna do that, but you didn't. Yeah, somebody beat you to it, you took too much time. So it wasn't ever really yours, you was thinking about it. So the best thing for all you know, everybody that's listening out there is for you to really take a treatment, take a paragraph, you know, whatever it is, a one-page, you know, you can call them one-pagers or synopsis, and you just put it on paper, you type it out, and you send it to the Writers Guild Association of America. And so what that is, you can go to WGA, and you can go to the East. There's a West version, but here we're on the East Coast practically, and you can just register it. And
For
it's only
$22.
$22.
And if you really want to go hard, you can copyright your stuff.
Yes.
And you go right to the U.S. Copyright and Trademark and Patent Office.
Oh,
It's right online.
That's right. Yeah.
And you can copyright and trademark your stuff. What's up, Big League? You got your hand
I
up.
heard something. I gotta do like class right here. I heard about the poor man's copyright.
The poor man's copyright is the old way. That's, you know, when you actually mail it to yourself, you know, so, and then you keep it with the stamp on there, and it's like it's sealed, it's never been opened, it's kind of like that transcript, right? But we're not living in those times anymore, so it's nothing wrong for you to upload. You can do everything from your cell phone, your smartphone. So you can just upload, you know, the document directly to there. Anytime you're making any revisions, you can go and you can just make those revisions, but the meat of the content, if that doesn't change, yeah, the fat bag, if the fat bag does not change, then what you can do is just, you know, you can just, you know, work from there.
Right.
You can work from that. So, you know, people say, well, you know, I went and I made, you know, all these changes, but again, if the fat bag doesn't change, you don't have to worry about it.
Right.
So, you know, if you look at Drumline, there was a lot of, you know, this is an example, there was a lot of heat years ago with Drumline because there was a story that came out, and it was a film that came out, I can't recall the name of it, but it came out right, you know, like 4 or 5 years before Drumline. Same story. It had J. Anthony Brown in there. You know, he played.
Oh, I
practically the same
remember
character.
that. Oh,
and that
my
person
God.
took, you know, the producers to court.
Right.
And I believe it might have settled, but that's a way, you know, again, for you to protect your information. So, you know, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, if you're thinking about it, parents, you know, cousins, sisters, you know, relatives, if you're really serious about your work, you're gonna put it on paper, and you're not gonna be scared to pitch. That's another thing. If people say, well, you know, how am I supposed to protect it, and, you know, I'm in this room with all these people. When are you really gonna get a deal? How can you get a deal if you just hold on to these items, you know, and hold on to
I mean,
these
real
stories?
talk, the movie that I pitched that got interest from the brothers from South Africa, I mean, it's been a process because I didn't have a script.
Right.
It was a treatment, it was a skeleton, it was an outline, it was a one-pager.
Right.
And he said, get me a script. Well, things happened, and I couldn't write over the holidays because I was taking care of my mom who got sick. So I'm behind the bullet right now because he's ready to take this thing over to Africa, and, you know, I'm writing the script.
Right.
You know, so I mean, it's very important that once you get that idea, while that thing is fresh and it is in your spirit, get it down on paper. Don't worry about grammatics. Don't worry about if it's formatted right. Get it down because you can always go and plug it in the final draft and it'll work.
And can I say something too? That when you do pitch, you gotta pitch with passion. This is your project, okay? You gotta sit there and make them believe. You know, you gotta tell the story so that they can know what it is that you're doing and saying, because that's what's gonna capture their attention. Because if they're not leaning in, you've lost them. You want them to lean in on it.
They was leaning in on
They
me.
was leaning in on it. Don't go bring in with all that.
And they was mad when I finished.
Everybody was leaning in. Even the people who were serving the food was like, what?
We'll be right back, y'all. y'all. We'll be right back. We're gonna talk to my boy Big Kenny. We're gonna wrap up with my people from the Atlanta Beach Summit who will be back because we got more information we need to get. We'll be right back, y'all. The Coco Brown Show, and we've also got Koyon Ford's fashion tip, and it's only halftime on with Terry Crooks. Stay tuned, y'all. We'll be right back. So I'm gonna tell y'all right now, talk fast as hell.
Yeah.
Because when I say we got 15 minutes.
Okay.
But this is so good. I don't.
Yeah.
Y'all ready to come back?
We already
Y'all
got
need
that.
y'all to do the
You
whole
gotta
show.
come back and talk about the
We
process.
need to do the whole show.
That's what they need to know, the
And
process.
I need to really promote this to the actors out there, and the producers, directors,
And
like
we
get,
can talk about that too.
right.
Because at some point, you can say,
We'll come right back in a
somebody,
second.
we need to get it out there that there were many people that came to the summit with an idea. They didn't have anything on paper, they didn't know the lingo, they didn't know what a log line was, they didn't know what a synopsis was, they didn't know what a treatment was.
Right.
So they were very ill prepared for that arena.
I literally wrote a one sheet and a treatment and a
You
long
did it that
line
day.
in
But
that
at
room
least you
waiting.
knew you had to have it. At least you knew what it
For
was.
IMG Day. I wrote that.
Right.
That's why I kept pulling Tashi in the room.
Right.
'Cause I
Oh,
wanted
yeah,
to make
the
sure I
African-
knew the
that's
African
right.
stuff. I literally wrote it that day.
But when
Wow,
you
it was-
walked in with
it was for that culture.
it was so compelling. Everything that you said was so compelling. You drew them in. But see, some people, they just sit down there just
They're
so
too timid.
timid.
But
You
all
know?
they have is a thought in their head. They didn't write anything down. They don't know what a log line is.
But
They know what
even-
something.
but even
And
with
that's
your
the
thought.
feedback that we
You
got.
gotta be passionate.
But be passionate with your thought.
But if they say to you, okay, what's your treatment? And you're like, huh, what's that? That's the feedback that we got. That there were good
And I think that's
ideas.
what hurts Atlanta, because so many people out here are being let in without giving the training or the knowledge. And that's when we always act like Atlanta is like this amateurish town. Because you do have so many people here who don't understand the protocol, don't know the lingo, or someone's giving them a shot just based on who they know, or what money they can put up, or who they can bring on. And that's where, I mean, don't get me wrong, in Hollywood it's who you know and what you can do as well. But a lot of times, they ain't gonna let you walk in and make a fool out of you.
They show now.
They gonna sit you down and say, look at it, we doing this, that, the
Now,
third.
there is another thing that was, because we did surveys, of course, after post for the execs and also the attendees. Now, with the execs, I love when they come real, when they come hard, and they say, people didn't even know who they were really in the room with.
Right.
That's,
Right.
That's for them.
And
was
that
the
irks
problem.
me, now that irks me, when
Yeah.
I've taught acting classes, and I'm talking about August Wilson and Lorraine Hansberry,
Yeah.
and I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about actors like Sidney Poitier,
Right.
and Ruby Dee and Oz Davis, and people are like, who?
Who is that?
Oh my God, that is my biggest pet peeve. How the hell are you gonna walk in the shoes of the shoes that came before you, and you don't even know whose shoes they belong to?
In the room, they were all running the BET and TV1.
I want y'all to have some more talk time, because it's the last segment, so I want y'all to get
Okay,
it, so I can't.
all right.
We can wrap
So
up
if I
on
cut
that.
you off,
Yeah, we
don't-
can wrap
keep
up.
your answers short and concise, because we got 15 minutes.
I say
So-
just keep rolling.
Yeah, I think we should keep with that.
We're
Y'all
rolling
don't
on
wanna
this.
do that?
No,
No,
this
we
is
good.
important here.
Yes,
Just
sir.
keep focusing.
Yeah.
Well, we got
I think what Ty said.
We get our passion.
Exactly.
real
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, exactly.
What Ty said about the execs and the feedback that he got and the way
I want you to
came
start
back.
with that. I'm gonna
Yes.
open with that.
Because that
Do you
was
need your
live.
question
That was
right
good.
now? Do you need your
That was
question
live.
answered right now?
No, I'm saying it's a
Okay.
question for her. So
Okay, because I want to start with that.
Okay.
About what execs, the feedback you got
Yeah.
about people coming in,
Oh, yeah.
not that
That's
shit.
powerful.
Yeah.
You gotta come back with the heat, cause you hit it real
You
hard.
really
Yeah.
did.
How you
All right.
choose it?
So when you see me hold up the 2, that's when you get ready to close on out. But y'all
Gotcha.
got plenty of time to talk.
All right.
All right, coming in. 5, 4,
Hey.
3.
Hey y'all, let's go Brown. We're back, man. Oh my God, the pearls that are being dropped in here this evening. If you are in the industry or have desires to be in the industry, trust and believe this is a show you don't want to miss, man. We have got two of the most powerful ladies in Atlanta right now who are giving so many producers, directors, writers, creatives an opportunity to put their stuff in front of the right people. My girl Ty Johnston, my girl Serena Lowe from the Atlanta Pitch Summit, my boy Big Kenny, comedian, teacher, actor, all that, just chiming in with the great questions.
Yes, yes.
We were on break and we were talking about some of the feedback that you guys got from some of the execs and how people don't understand that you need to understand protocol and the lingo, because you can have the greatest idea in the world, but if you sound like an idiot, it ain't going nowhere. So can you
Yeah,
talk about
of
that
course,
more?
of course. Well, a lot of the feedback that we got from the executives, we were talking on the break how we do surveys post every event. So we've had a lot of interesting feedback that came from the executives, and something that they said was really profound, that some of these attendees, most of the attendees, they did not know who they were really in the room with. Like, what executive was really in the room. Now, that's one thing. On the website, everybody is shared all of the panelists that will actually be there. So some of the panelists aren't serving as executives listening to pitches, right? But just know that we're not gonna bring people that are from around the corner. We're bringing people.
Do you have like a vetting system, a way of filtering who comes in the room? Because, I mean, there were some people there that I came across.
You mean
Oh, you mean, no,
No.
attendees.
The pitchees.
No.
That I was like,
You hear the pitch movie too? I got it inside here. It's a fire movie too. It's a fire movie. It's about me and my boy and what we did in high school. It's called Me and My Boy in High School. It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be fire. I'm up next.
Fix it, Jesus!
I'm finna blow
And,
up.
But
and
that's
when you
real
say that,
talk,
but that's,
though.
that's
No,
literally
I
what
know.
happened.
Because I met one
That's
woman
what
and she
happened.
was like, oh my God, I love you on that Tyler Perry show. Yo, so I'm pitching this thing. Girl, I wrote a movie, right, about how I look for my panties all day.
Oh, Jesus.
You just made that up.
I promise you.
You just.
I put that in development.
And I said, what?
That in development.
I'm in the bathroom with my homegirl. My homeboy that pitched with me, Ron, because I came out and told him, and he said, and I said, go talk to him. And she's got this thing where she's like, her drawers are magical, and she loses them.
Magic panties.
And she literally spent and she was dead ass.
Yes, she was serious.
But when I asked her to kind of give me like a spiel, she couldn't explain it. She just kept saying the drawers was magical.
Somebody told her that. Somebody told her that. She said, I'm gonna make a movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
She keeps
So it's
losing
like-
her magical drawers.
Right.
I got a loose auntie used to do that. She do that all the time too, just kept losing her drawers. Everybody like, auntie, where your drawers go? And she said, ain't nobody worried about them drawers. And then they would just pop back up. That's what my auntie at this bitch be.
Oh my God, I don't know. It might have been Lucille. I don't know. But I mean, like real talk, you know. I think this is what irritates me. Like when I'm teaching classes, when I'm doing workshops, and I'm teaching the greats because I had to learn the greats. I was, serious about this craft. So I studied Lorraine Hansberry. I studied August Wilson,
Absolutely.
and I studied James Baldwin. And I went through the people that I wanted to do their pieces one day. And the actors and the actresses that I looked up to, the Ossie Davis, Ruby Dee, Sidney Poitier, Harry Belafonte's, Dorothy Dandridge's, Pearl Bailey's. And I'm sitting up here talking to these kids, these just grown people, not the kids, grown people, and they have no idea who the hell I'm talking about. And I'm like, how are you trying to walk in the shoes and do the thing of the shoes that came before you and you don't even know who the hell had them shoes on?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I hate that. I constantly, people always say it again, how are you trying to walk in the shoes
Well,
and do what you do in the shoes of those that came before you and you don't know who the hell had on the shoes?
Ain't true.
turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor! Shoes! Amen.
But it's like,
Amen.
I studied those. When I came in this game, I knew that one of my most, that I looked up to when I said was Pearl Bailey.
Yes.
I thought Pearl Bailey was just
yes.
everything. She sang, she danced, she was beautiful, she was funny. You know what I'm saying? She was all of that. So I knew everything about Pearl Bailey. You know what I'm saying? And then it's crazy that I was like, okay, who else is there? I was like, Wanda Page. Oh my God. Miles Mabley. Oh my God. And they all women who went on to do acting after they were either shake dancers or comedians or whatever. And it's like I hate when I'm talking to people who want to do something and have no idea who did it first.
Well, I will say this, in this industry, we have found, in front of the camera and behind the camera, that there are, maybe 2 out of 3 that really are doing the work. So you always have that one that will drop off, and that one that you'll run into, as a pitchee, and that person won't have the information, but they have maybe the love for it, but they don't know how to articulate it, they don't know how to prepare it, they don't know how to package it. So those.
And there's some great books out there.
Yeah.
There's the script writing Bible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's a writer's journey.
Yeah.
You know, Final Draft has a tutorial.
Absolutely.
Get the free trial, learn it, and then cancel the membership if you have to.
Save the Cat will give you a good outline of what needs to happen when in a script. And what we found is that we had many people who would come in, they had a great idea. That's all they had. So when they're sitting across the table from the exec, they said, tell me your log line. They didn't know what a log line was.
Right.
Tell me, you have a treatment.
And the log line could actually be pitched. That could, you know, that could be
That
your
was your elevator pitch.
I was giving pieces of my log lines in my pitch.
Absolutely.
But many of those people did not attend that, your
Right.
workshop
The
that you had given,
workshop,
because had they been at that workshop, they would have learned what a log line was.
Exactly.
And how to pitch.
And how to
Exactly.
pitch.
Hey, we got a caller real quick. Let me see who we got on the phone, man. The Coca Brown Show. What's up?
Calling you live.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Rob? Now is not the time. Now is not the
You
time.
know what he calling for, right?
Rob, I love women CEOs. Never forget about it. I love you, bro. But now is not the time. Okay.
You know, this is an excellent master class.
Thank you, baby.
You said?
Tonight is priceless information.
Thank you,
You're
baby.
an actor, so I just
Okay.
want to acknowledge you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Rob. We love you, baby.
Well,
Thank
Rob,
you.
we actually have some master classes that we're going to be teaching. I can kind of talk about that a little bit later. But we will be preparing everybody for the summit for next year.
Yes, please.
Or for
Thank you,
next year in
Rob.
October.
I need my $100. Rob is our die-hard Coca Brown Show fan. He calls every week. We love him.
What you said, now is not the time?
Because he'll sit up there and start pitching shit.
Can y'all walk a person through, like, okay, you walk in, just give them
The weekend glimpse?
a glimpse of what
Okay.
they can expect?
Yeah, so for the weekend, and it's really pretty much been traditional, you know, that Thursday is really our welcoming, it's our opening. So this past year, 2018, after being on hiatus, we came back and we actually did a movie screening. So Terry, your sizzle was screened. We brought in some of our colleagues from Bahamas, and their independent film that was screened is called Cargo. And so we started off with that. Now, the next day, which is Friday, is the educational component. So that day, it's nothing but workshops and panels, and that's to prepare you and get you ready to pitch. But it really flows because we have a lot of industry topics.
Yes.
So, you know, those are all relatable industry topics that are happening, you know, during that time. So we have what does the network want? You know, we had all top executives. Just so happened they were all women this past year that was on the panel.
Shout out to
So,
the women.
oh yeah, it was shout out. It was from NBC Universal, Lifetime, TV One, BET. I mean, they just really just brought it in.
Yes.
And so then after that, that next day, which is Friday, is the pitching session. So the pitching session is one-on-one. It's a lot like speed dating style. Now, Coco, we gave her the red carpet. So Coco was like,
Yes.
yeah, Coco was like, hey,
She
listen,
had
I didn't have to go through the cattle call. I got to
you're
go
right.
through
Had to go through
everybody.
the cattle
But I
call.
had a certain amount of time, and it was 3 of us
Yeah.
that had to pitch. So we all had our allotted time because
Yes.
we know
4
we had to
minutes, I think.
respect it.
Yeah.
So, you know, we had to, and I pitched 4 projects in 4 minutes.
Right.
But, you know, and keep in mind, it helped that I'm a stand-up comedian, and I know how to shove a lot of
Right.
material in a small amount of time.
Right.
Okay, we can do
When
that.
they hit you with the light, I gotta
Okay,
get this,
exactly.
you gotta get this punchline.
But also, we want to give a shout out to Francesca Amaker. She was,
yes.
yes, she was amazing. She
Yeah.
came and she was a host for a couple of our panels, and she was really great. And we were also featured on the A Scene.
Yes, yes.
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 Want to give a shout out to her.
I
Absolutely.
think I went on Good Morning Atlanta.
Yes, you were. Of course.
So, you went on Sister Circle?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Yes.
There was a quick question about passing on a pitch when it's from not the initial person, but a friend of the person that's passing on the script. Is that possible?
Yeah,
Or
you're
is the
able to
person
do
that
that.
has to?
Yeah, you're able, you mean to pitch for somebody?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. See, that's exactly what I was doing in LA. I was pitching projects for someone else when I was leaving from here in Atlanta going out to LA. Those weren't my personal projects.
Got it.
I might have become
So
attached
you a
to those
professional
projects.
pitcher.
Yeah.
Ties,
If you start seeing crap in your inbox, just go with
But
it.
okay, Ty's being modest, but she has a lot of connects in the West Coast, and we've actually had people to call and say, "Do you have anything? We're looking for this kind of content."
Right.
And if you don't have something that you could actually pitch to someone to say, "This is a good project. I think I could give it my seal of approval,"
Right.
then that's kind of hard to do that. Yeah. So.
I have a question. With all of the availability of top-notch talent and content, how do we reconcile that with all of the reboots that we keep seeing on TV? We see Lethal Weapon. We've got
Bad
Women
Boys
in
brought
Race.
back,
We've
you know,
got
Bad Boys
three is coming out.
We're gonna go back Will and Grace.
Everything
Oh,
now
absolutely.
seems to be a reboot, but we've got all this original content. Why are they passing on it? And is it that they don't believe this could be profitable?
Probably don't.
Well, they've seen what has taken place with the
They have
original
improved them.
content from, like, let's
Track
go with
record.
track record, let's say with Lethal Weapon, right? So a reboot, with maybe some glam on top,
Right.
some new characters.
I mean, they brought back Frasier. Like,
Oh, yeah.
And I don't think any of those shows have flopped.
No.
They come
No.
back, and all those old fans jump on
Absolutely.
it.
Yeah, because it already had a built-in audience.
Right.
Absolutely.
You think about it, we've had the dialogue about Martin, the reboot of Martin,
Right.
and everybody's like waiting for that.
Yeah, so you gotta remember, these projects already had a built-in audience. So
Right.
that's already
They
a
just
big
just
plus.
put out today that they greenlit Coming to America too.
Oh.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yes. And you remember Full Circle when that
Yeah.
first
Yes.
full
Full House.
Full
now,
House.
Full House.
Full House.
Boy, shout out,
Full-
yeah,
so
shout
now
out
it's-
David A. Arnold,
yeah.
one of the head writers on that. Yeah.
Right, so now Fuller House, and that was Netflix. So
Yes.
you
Bad
know,
Boys 3 is being filmed right now in the city.
Oh,
yeah.
word?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep, he's
But
been
he
doing it.
does.
He's
Oh,
been-
yeah.
We didn't want to tell nobody, Terry.
So is that the extra?
Hey.
Sorry.
Girl, he's got lines. Don't you got lines? Or you walking
Anyway,
out?
she trying to play me about that extra bit. But we gotta definitely shout out to Uncle Will Smith because he had Aladdin trailer came out. I love him to death.
Oh,
I love
yes,
her.
Uncle, you get a chance to call him Uncle now?
Wow.
Yeah, we already acknowledged that.
That's amazing.
Okay. Wow.
Look, we acknowledged that on
That's what
set.
happens when you're a double. Okay, what
Big
happened? What
credits
happened?
no longer man number
Okay.
two.
Oh my God.
You
What
believe
was
the
it?
credits go to roll and he won't be man number 2 anymore. Guy in
No.
restaurant. He
No,
got his
hell
name
no,
in there.
no.
Oh my God, bless his heart. Yes. Ask for those 3 lines. You better fuck it.
You damn script.
Milk it. No.
Don't you ever forget my line. Don't you ever.
He slips in the ring of some Holiday Heart when he gets upset.
But
Baby love. Oh, my baby.
Okay, y'all.
But we're in the process, Ty's in the process of doing some things to prepare
Okay.
the city for Atlanta Pitch Summit 2019.
So what's the website you can go on and be ready to jump on it as soon as they can?
Well, of course you can
Hey, tell us
always
the
go.
screen. Tell
I'm
us the
sorry.
screen.
Tell them
Hey.
watching at home.
Of course you can always go to ATLANTA, pitchsummit.com.
There you go.
Yes.
I had to learn how to spell. And
I hate that we got to end the show. Can you guys come back? Can y'all please come back?
Absolutely.
Y'all was giving so much information. Please give it up, y'all, for Ty Johnston, Serena Lowe, Atlanta Pitch Summit. They're going to be back, man, for sure. Yo, my boy Big Kitty, you better go But that's what real comedians do, baby. That's what we do, baby. Yo, give it up to my wonderful co-host, Big Lee, whose wife he called. My girl Terry Krug.
The only legal crook in the
And my boy
room.
Koyon boy C-Praise over there running the cameras. What's up, C-Praise?
He over there,
Yo,
what he doing?
thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Coca Brown Show, man. Please make sure you shout out, check out our sponsors, Shelly Girls, HeavenlySweetGreenTeas.com. Make sure y'all check out Artistic General Dentistry in Fayetteville, Georgia, with Artie B. Rashu. That's a brother fixing our teeth, baby. So make sure y'all tune in. Check us all out, the Coca Brown Show,
And
YouTube
y'all
Live.
comedians keep y'all jokes to yourself.
Oh Lord. Okay, we're gonna talk
All right,
about with
Chancellor.
C-Craze because apparently somebody is beefing with me, and I don't know they're beefing with me, but they beefing with me.
We
So
don't do
we're gonna
beef.
discuss that next week because I can care less.
Oh, I'm
Yo.
gonna read them too. Can I read them? Please let me read them.
Okay, let you read it. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Coca Brown Show, man. Nobody told you they love you. I love you, baby, and we'll see you next week, all right? Bye. That was just too good. I need a 4-hour show.
That's a part two right there. That was good on that.
So thank y'all so much.
See, we had that talk on earlier.
My
See how we did
live
that?
was going crazy. Why are you talking to people on my damn timeline, Negro?
What you talking about? I know what you're talking about.
Hey, thank y'all for tuning in. Right.
I commented on everything.
That's what we do, son.
Damn right, baby.
Oh, because I kept trying to get to you, but it was so good over here. But brother, you came in and interjected.
Hey,
That's what fans do. Can you get a picture of all of us as we always do?
That is always be good.
Terry, just send me that photo.
I sure